Now to the supermarket and a new investigation finding customers are being overcharged.
That healthy grocery cart might be hiding dangers.
Instead, it marked a turning point for every Costco shopper in America. Overnight, trusted foods turned into landmines. Cakes crawling with mold, salmon tainted with listeria, eggs hiding salmonella, even bottled water harboring bacteria that could creep into your bloodstream.
Right now, 9 out of 10 households are stockpiling foods that will fail them the moment disaster strikes. Most people think their pantries are prepared, but the truth is, what you're storing today could actually weaken your body, drain your energy, or even poison your family when you need strength the most. When the grid goes down, refrigeration fails, and store shelves run empty, you can't afford to gamble on the wrong groceries. That's why today, I'm revealing the 7 foods you must avoid at all costs, and the 2 overlooked survival staples that could keep you alive for decades. Stay tuned until the end because number 2 shocked even seasoned preppers. Let's begin with the healthy breakfast food that secretly turns toxic in storage. Number 7. Whole grain cereals and granola. Whole grain cereals and granola might seem like nutritious long-term storage options, but they're actually survival disasters waiting to happen. The healthy oils in whole grains turn rancid within 6 to 12 months, creating toxic compounds that can make you sick when you need strength most. Here's why this happens. Whole grains contain natural oils in their bran and germ layers that oxidize rapidly when exposed to air, light, and temperature changes. These oils don't just go stale, they become harmful peroxides that attack your digestive system and weaken your immune response. During a crisis, when medical help isn't available, food poisoning from rancid oils could be catastrophic. The warning signs are subtle but deadly. If your whole grain cereals smell even slightly musty, nutty, or different from when you bought them, those oils have already started breaking down. Many people ignore these early signs because the cereals still taste okay, but the damage is already done. Storage won't save you here. Unlike refined grains, whole grain products can't be rescued with better containers or oxygen absorbers once those oils start degrading. The countdown begins the moment they're processed, and there's no stopping it. The financial trap runs deeper than you think. That $20 bag of organic granola you bought for emergency nutrition will cost you far more than money if it's all you have during a crisis. You'll trade your health for empty calories right when your body needs peak performance. Smart preppers skip the whole grain marketing hype entirely. They know that during genuine emergencies, your body needs reliable calories that won't fight back. Save the health food experiments for peaceful times when you can afford to get sick. Number 6. Fresh produce with high water content. Fresh produce with high water content seems like obvious nutrition storage, but it's actually one of the most dangerous mistakes you can make in crisis preparation. Lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, and watermelons contain over 90% water, making them spoilage magnets that will drain your resources and contaminate other foods. The science is brutal and unforgiving. High water content creates perfect breeding grounds for bacteria, mold, and pathogens that multiply exponentially at room temperature. Within hours of refrigeration failure, these foods become biohazards that can spread contamination throughout your entire food supply. One spoiled cucumber can destroy everything in your produce drawer through cross-contamination. Temperature control becomes your enemy during power outages. While you're rationing generator fuel for essential systems, that fresh produce is quietly turning into a toxic mess. The moment your refrigeration fails, you're racing against bacterial growth that doubles every 20 minutes in the danger zone. The deception lies in their apparent nutritional value. Yes, fresh vegetables provide vitamins and minerals, but during a crisis, they'll be gone within days while demanding constant refrigeration energy. You'll burn through precious fuel keeping them alive while more stable nutrition options sit ignored. Storage attempts always fail spectacularly. Root cellars, cold frames, and other traditional preservation methods require specific humidity, ventilation, and temperature conditions that most people can't maintain during emergencies. When infrastructure fails, your carefully planned vegetable storage becomes expensive compost. The opportunity cost is staggering. Every dollar spent on perishable produce is money not invested in shelf-stable nutrition that could feed your family for months. During supply shortages, you'll watch your fresh food rot while canned and dried alternatives become impossible to find. Number 5. Dairy products and milk-based items. Dairy products represent the ultimate betrayal in emergency food planning because they promise nutrition but deliver disaster faster than almost any other food category. Milk, yogurt, cheese, and cream-based products spoil rapidly, require constant refrigeration, and become dangerous pathogens that can hospitalize you during a crisis. The bacterial multiplication rate in dairy is terrifying and exponential. Harmful bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria thrive in milk proteins and can reach dangerous levels within 4 hours at room temperature. During power outages, your dairy products transform from nutrition sources into biological weapons that attack from inside your own refrigerator. Temperature sensitivity makes dairy impossible to manage without modern infrastructure. Unlike other foods that degrade slowly, dairy products hit a contamination cliff where they go from safe to dangerous in a matter of hours. There's no gradual decline. It's a sudden plunge into the danger zone that catches families off guard. The false security of expiration dates creates deadly overconfidence. Those sell-by dates assume perfect refrigeration conditions that won't exist during emergencies. When the power grid fails, your carefully dated dairy products become useless within the first day, while their printed dates still show weeks of supposed safety. Calcium and protein alternatives exist in shelf-stable forms that won't betray you when infrastructure fails. Canned fish provides more calcium per serving than milk, while dried beans deliver complete proteins without the spoilage risk. You can get every nutritional benefit of dairy from sources that won't turn toxic during emergencies. The economic waste multiplies during shortages. Emergency dairy purchases cost premium prices for products that will spoil before you can use them. Meanwhile, shelf-stable alternatives provide the same nutrition at a fraction of the cost with zero spoilage risk. The mistakes only get deadlier from here. Subscribe now so you don't miss the foods that could secretly poison your family in a crisis. Number 4. Processed snack foods and chips. It might seem like comfort food for stressful times, but they're actually survival saboteurs that will drain your resources while providing zero meaningful nutrition when your body needs fuel most. These products are engineered for profit, not sustenance, and they'll fail you catastrophically during genuine emergencies. The nutritional bankruptcy is mathematically devastating. A typical bag of chips provides over 500 empty calories with virtually no protein, essential vitamins, or minerals your body needs during physical stress. You'll fill up on salt and oil while your body starves for actual nutrients, leaving you weak and hungry within hours. Preservation chemicals create false confidence in storage life. While chips might not spoil in traditional ways, their oils go rancid, their preservatives break down, and their nutritional value degrades steadily over time. That survival snack you stored 6 months ago is already compromised, even though it seems unchanged. The psychological trap runs deeper than physical nutrition. Comfort foods trigger emotional dependence that makes rational food decisions harder during high-stress situations. When crisis hits, you'll reach for familiar snacks instead of nutrient-dense foods your body actually needs for survival. Packaging waste becomes a serious problem during extended emergencies. Chip bags, wrapper materials, and single-serving containers create massive amounts of garbage that you can't easily dispose of when waste systems fail. You'll trade storage space for trash while real food sources remain limited. The financial mathematics are brutally clear. Pound for pound, processed snacks cost more than premium proteins while delivering a fraction of the nutrition. During supply shortages, you'll pay inflated prices for engineered junk food while nutrient-dense alternatives become scarce. Smart emergency planning focuses on calorie density and nutritional completeness. Every ounce of storage space must deliver maximum nutrition, and processed snacks fail that test completely. Number 3. Frozen foods and ice cream. These items represent the most expensive mistake you can make in emergency food planning because they demand constant energy while providing temporary nutrition that disappears the moment power fails. These products are designed for convenience culture, not survival situations, and they'll consume your resources while delivering nothing during extended emergencies. The energy dependency is absolutely crushing during power outages. Frozen foods require continuous electricity to remain safe, making them the highest maintenance items in your entire food supply. Every hour of generator runtime spent keeping frozen foods safe is fuel not available for heating, communication, or other essential systems that keep your family alive. Spoilage acceleration happens faster than most people realize once freezing fails. Frozen foods don't gradually decline. They hit bacterial danger zones within hours and become unsafe long before they show obvious signs of spoilage. By the time you notice texture changes or off odors, harmful bacteria have already reached dangerous levels. The thawing disaster creates contamination cascades that can destroy other food supplies. When frozen foods thaw, they release liquids that carry bacteria to everything they touch. One package of spoiled frozen meat can contaminate your entire refrigerator through dripping and cross-contact contamination. Storage alternatives exist that provide the same nutrition without the energy demands. Canned meats offer identical protein content with zero refrigeration requirements, while dried vegetables provide the same vitamins as frozen varieties with indefinite shelf life when properly stored. The false economy trap makes frozen foods seem cost-effective during normal times. But during emergencies, they become the most expensive calories you can buy. You'll pay premium prices for products that require continuous energy input, while shelf-stable alternatives provide better nutrition at lower total cost. Quality degradation accelerates under emergency conditions where temperature control becomes inconsistent, making these products unreliable even when power is available. Number 2. Sugary drinks and sodas. These are liquid disasters that will sabotage your survival efforts while providing zero nutritional value during the times when your body needs sustainable energy most. These products are engineered to create dependency, not sustenance, and they'll weaken your immune system right when you need peak physical performance. The blood sugar roller coaster becomes dangerous during high-stress emergency situations. Sodas spike your glucose levels rapidly, then crash them below baseline within hours, leaving you weaker and more exhausted than before you drank them. During crisis management, these energy crashes can impair critical decision-making and physical capabilities. Dehydration acceleration happens because high sugar content actually pulls water from your cells to process the excess glucose. While you think you're staying hydrated, you're actually creating a net water deficit that compounds during emergencies when clean water might already be limited. Your body uses precious water reserves to process liquid sugar instead of maintaining essential functions. The immune system suppression is scientifically documented and precisely timed. High sugar intake suppresses white blood cell activity for up to 5 hours after consumption, leaving you vulnerable to infections and illness when medical help might not be available. During emergencies, a compromised immune system can turn minor health issues into life-threatening problems. Caffeine dependency creates withdrawal symptoms that include severe headaches, fatigue, and cognitive impairments. When your soda supply runs out during an extended emergency, you'll face debilitating withdrawal right when you need peak mental and physical performance for survival tasks. The storage space opportunity cost is enormous. Every square inch occupied by soda cases is space not available for water, canned goods, or other essentials that provide actual survival value. You're trading precious storage capacity for products that will hurt rather than help your emergency preparedness. Acid content attacks both your teeth and your stomach lining, creating dental and digestive problems that become serious without access to medical care. Number 1. Pre-made sandwiches and deli meats. When it comes to stocking up for emergencies, few grocery items are riskier than sandwiches and deli meats. They pack every major food safety hazard into a package that looks convenient but quickly turns dangerous once refrigeration is compromised. In these conditions, bacterial growth accelerates, preservatives lose effectiveness, and what seems like a safe choice can become a serious health threat capable of causing hospitalization or even death when medical care isn't readily available. The bacterial contamination timeline is horrifyingly fast and completely predictable. Deli meats and pre-made sandwiches enter the danger zone within 2 hours at room temperature, and harmful bacteria double every 20 minutes after that. Listeria, Salmonella, and E. coli thrive in processed meats and can reach lethal concentrations while the food still looks, smells, and tastes normal. Chemical preservative breakdown accelerates under temperature stress, creating toxic byproducts that are more dangerous than the original bacteria. Nitrates and nitrites break down into nitrosamines under heat and pH changes, creating carcinogenic compounds that attack your liver and kidneys when your body is already stressed from emergency conditions. The false security of packaging creates deadly overconfidence in product safety. Vacuum-sealed packages and professional preparation make these products seem safer than home-prepared foods, but industrial processing actually increases contamination risks through cross-contamination during mass production. One contaminated batch can affect thousands of units across multiple stores. Cross-contamination multiplication happens because these products combine multiple high-risk ingredients in single packages. Mayonnaise, processed meats, cheese, and vegetables each carry their own bacterial risks, and when combined, they create perfect breeding environments for pathogens that can survive and multiply, even under marginal refrigeration conditions. The medical emergency potential becomes catastrophic during disasters when hospitals are overwhelmed or inaccessible. Food poisoning from contaminated deli meats can cause severe dehydration, kidney failure, and neurological damage that requires immediate medical intervention. During emergencies, these complications can be fatal. Storage impossibility makes these items completely unreliable for any emergency planning, as they can't be preserved, canned, or dried for long-term storage. But here's what the survival experts don't want you to know. While everyone's making these 7 deadly mistakes, 2 simple grocery items can keep your family fed for decades. And you probably walked past both of them on your last shopping trip. Survival item 2, white rice in sealed containers. White rice stored in properly sealed containers with oxygen absorbers becomes the ultimate survival insurance policy that can keep your family fed for decades while costing pennies per serving. This seemingly simple grain transforms into a nutritional powerhouse when you understand its true storage potential and preparation versatility. The storage lifespan is genuinely extraordinary when properly managed. White rice sealed in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers inside food-grade buckets can remain nutritionally viable for 30 years or more. Unlike brown rice, which contains oils that go rancid, white rice has had those degradable components removed, leaving pure starch that remains stable indefinitely under proper conditions. The science behind this longevity is beautifully simple. White rice contains less than 1% fat and minimal moisture, creating an environment where bacteria, mold, and insects cannot survive or reproduce. When you remove oxygen from the storage equation, you eliminate the final factor that could cause deterioration over time. Preparation versatility makes white rice the foundation for countless survival meals. It absorbs flavors from broths, spices, and other ingredients while providing the carbohydrate base your body needs for sustained energy. You can create everything from simple rice and beans to complex one-pot meals using rice as the foundation. The caloric efficiency is mathematically impressive. A single cup of dry white rice provides over 600 calories and can feed a grown adult for an entire day during rationing situations. When you calculate cost per calorie, properly stored white rice becomes the most economical food source available for long-term storage. Nutritional completeness improves when you combine rice with complementary proteins like beans or lentils. Together, they form complete amino acid profiles that rival meat-based proteins while maintaining indefinite storage life under proper conditions. The preparation simplicity requires only water and heat, making rice viable even when cooking options are limited during emergencies. Survival item 1. Properly stored dried beans and legumes. Properly stored dried beans and legumes claim the ultimate survival food title because they provide complete nutrition, incredible storage life, and preparation flexibility that can sustain human life indefinitely when other food sources fail. These humble seeds contain everything your body needs to not just survive, but thrive during extended emergencies. The nutritional completeness is scientifically remarkable. Dried beans contain 25% protein, complex carbohydrates, essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber that support every bodily function during high-stress survival situations. When combined with grains like rice, they provide all essential amino acids in ratios that match or exceed animal proteins. The storage potential defies most people's expectations. Properly dried beans stored in sealed containers with oxygen absorbers maintain nutritional value and germination capability for over 30 years. Unlike processed foods that degrade over time, beans actually become more digestible as they age slightly, breaking down complex sugars that can cause digestive discomfort. The preparation adaptability makes beans suitable for any cooking method available during emergencies. They can be slow cooked over fires, pressure cooked to save fuel, or sprouted raw for fresh nutrition when cooking isn't possible. Sprouted beans provide vitamin C and fresh enzymes that prevent nutritional deficiency diseases during extended storage food consumption. The economic mathematics are staggering in your favor. A 50-pound bag of dried beans costs less than $50 and provides over 80,000 calories, enough to sustain an adult for over a month. Compare that to any other protein source, and beans deliver unmatched value per dollar invested. The growing potential adds an extra survival dimension. Many dried beans retain viability for planting, allowing you to grow fresh food during recovery periods. This transforms your emergency food storage into seed stock for long-term food security. The digestive health benefits become crucial during stress. Bean fiber supports healthy gut bacteria that boost immune function and nutrient absorption when your body needs peak performance for survival tasks. So today you learned which 7 grocery items will betray you in a crisis, and the 2 overlooked staples that can actually keep your family alive for decades. Preparedness isn't about fear, it's about smart choices. With the right knowledge, you can build a stockpile that gives you confidence no matter what comes next. And speaking of stockpiles, in our next video, we'll expose the 7 foods people keep storing that turn out to be survival disasters, plus the 2 powerhouse items every prepper swears by. Hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Your input helps us uncover the survival secrets that matter most to families like yours.